world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
To the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over! What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
For the first time in XBL history, a primetime matchup crosses the international date line to bring together two of AA's finest competitors here in Season 20. Taking the offseason by storm, this product of Australia has proven to be a stalwart addition to the league in their rookie campaign, showing both prowess on the hill and at the dish. They square up against one of AA's most veteran players and a club long overdue for another title campaign that is looking for two big W's to stand out in the midst of the AA gauntlet. It is Arcavious and the Sydney Sunsets against Kawashi Blue and the St. Louis Penguins. Welcome to AA Match of the Week.
Okie dokie. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry that my camera's not set up. I'll get that whenever Ox is talking. But yeah, we've got AA on the docket to start the night. And as you can see, it's your boy Unicorn in the booth with your boy Ox Box. Back for the second week in a row. It's like this guy has a second job now. Love to see him back. So how are you doing, Ox?
Hey, I got air conditioning, man. Finally, I'm doing good. Feeling good. Happy to be here.
Air conditioning, always nice. Always makes these. Oh, now we got double Ox. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
I mean, they probably want to see more of you and less of me anyways, but we'll get it figured out. So let's run through these keys real quick. It's been a minute since we got some AA action on Match of the Week. We had it that first week, obviously, between J3 and who was it? I don't remember. J3 and Prez, I believe. And now we get to see and now we get to see a rookie in the Sydney Sunsets, Arcavious, our man from Australia, facing off against Kawashi, who's really one of the big names in the AA now, as he's been in for a few seasons, and that's kind of our first point right there. Is it's a known commodity in the Penguins versus a new blood in the Sunsets. They have a pretty similar record going on right now, but when you talk about the experience, you can speak a lot on this as you've played a lot more seasons than me. How is the experience going to weigh in here, you think?
Big time. I mean, I think Arc is certainly a capable player, and as you can see, he's putting up some respectable numbers. But Kawashi's been here, man. This ain't his first rodeo on Match of the Week, on primetime, in XBL baseball. I mean, he's one of the big dogs in AA. He's looking to make that ascension throughout the leagues here in the XBL, which we all love to see. But you know, he's been on the stage before, and Arc hasn't. He's going to have to deal with some nerves tonight. If you've ever played Match of the Week, you know Match of the Week nerves are real. I mean, you could speak to that as well, Uni, I'm sure. But at the same time, you know, experience doesn't mean everything, because while I am more experienced than you, Unicorn, you've proved that if you're a gamer, you can beat anybody. You can hang with anybody. That stuff really, at the end of the day, is semantics if you can just play a good game of baseball. So, you know, we've seen Washi is a little bit of a up and down player, like any of us are as well. I mean, I've seen him dominate, but I've also seen him take some puzzling losses. So I really think it's. I have no idea how this matchup's going to go. I think it's a really good, unpredictable type of matchup.
Right, and I think that's a lot of the fun whenever you're in these AA matchups. Is it's a lot more of a toss-up because you've just got you know a lot less about these players because they usually have less season than someone in the AAA or the XBL. And then, like you talked about, the consistency is for everybody. You're hardly going to see players. I mean, Ox is in that rare realm, and even he would admit he has some off games. He's in that realm of the very few handful of players that is actually consistent at this game. And you're going to see that in the AA as well, as a lot of inconsistency. But that brings us to the second point right there. Kawashi Blue, if you look at his recent box scores, he's been playing a pretty good amount here in the last week or so. He's been putting up big numbers, and big numbers at 85 ego to speak on top of that. 85 ego is at the upper end of AA, about as high as you can get. Someone that's been inching towards the AAA for quite a while, and it's probably been his hitting that has kind of held him back just a little bit. He's a pretty consistent pitcher, and he's probably the best fielder in the AA, and he builds his roster for that. But if you're the Sunsets, you're walking into a snowstorm here with the Penguins kind of peaking at the plate, and that goes into that third point. The consistency on the mound is kind of contrary to that, and it could be an issue. If you watch the Sunsets box scores in some of their games, they can hit, and they hit really consistently, and that's what you love to see as a rookie because hitting is probably the hardest thing to get corrected. But he'll win a lot of games while still giving up a lot of runs, and that's kind of his issue. When he loses, it seems like he's able to score, but he gets outscored because of his pitching. His hitting is there every time, but it feels like kind of a lot of splits have came out of Arcavious so far, and it's because one game he seems to pitch pretty well, and another game he doesn't, and that could be a roster thing. I'm not sure. I know he has one really good starter. He might have a couple of really good starters, and that's why he gets, one low-scoring game per series, it seems like. So the fact that the Penguins are peaking at the plate and the Sunsets have to find consistency on the mound, it's going to be an interesting matchup because of those 2 points.
Yeah, those are great points, Uni, especially about consistency. But honestly, I say tonight, just throw out the pitching narratives altogether. I'm predicting 2 shootouts. These are 2 good hitters. They've never played each other before, and I think we're going to see a lot of home runs, a lot of fireworks, and it's going to be fun to cast, man. It's going to be an offensive doubleheader, and I'm excited to get into it with you guys.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a higher scoring affair, and a lot of times you see the jitters affect hitting, but in the AA, you get more of a break because of your ego, especially Arcavious at the lower end of that ego spectrum. And just as much as it affects hitting, you see a lot of mislocation a lot of times to start off the first game on a match of the week because of the jitters as well. So with all that said, let's get this matchup underway. We got AA back on the docket and then AAA coming up tonight, and you're really going to see some good pitching in the AAA. It's 2 of the best, if not the best, pitchers in the AAA facing off after this. So you might get a big difference in these 2 match of the weeks. If Ox is right, you're going to see a lot of scoring in this one and a lot of pitching in the next one. So we'll text the players. We'll let them know that we're getting underway, and we will bring y'all the stream here in just a minute. Y'all hang on tight.
Let's go.
Alrighty, folks, here we are. Please let me know if the audio is good, by the way. I couldn't check my sliders a whole lot. I didn't know if I was talking over aux or anything like that. But we're loading into the Sunset's home park. It's Parque de Ardenero, which is my home stadium as well. So I know a lot about this one. It's got those triple corners out there in the left and right
please,
center.
Uni, will you can it about Parque, okay? We've all
stadium.
seen this park a million times. We all hate it, okay?
It's the best stadium, except for whenever you hit a walk-off and it bounces off the wall in the triple corner. And here's one of those stud starters I talked about for the Sunsets. He gives up a hit off rip on the second pitch, but this starter's got pretty good velo and great junk, as well as workhorse, which is pretty rare on a starting pitcher. But
Number 17.
I mean, if he has a good performance, it could work out well and go 9 innings.
Ace material for sure, but Kawashi already with the distractor leadoff hitter on base.
Interesting arsenal.
I already saw a sneak peek of Arcavious. He has cannon arm in center field, workhorse on the mound, bad ball hitter at shortstop. He's got a good team build for a rookie.
Yeah, he does. And like chat said, beautiful duo of uniform colors here with the blue and tan. This one struck out, but he did steal. Can he get him? He doesn't, so it's a successful steal from Kawashi here after that second batter struck out. So now there's already a runner in scoring position with good speed. We'll see how the location is for Arcavious. I've scrimmed him a couple times. It seems like he can let the location loose a little bit, but he's got such a strong starter, he's hoping to make up for that. And some players struggle a lot more with an interesting arsenal than others. This is definitely a more interesting side of arsenal. Ooh, a nasty slider on the bottom. It's a full count again. Forkball's going to be in the zone. Swung on hard to first base, but on the ground and put away cleanly. Runner does advance to third, but there's 2 outs now in the first. And the RBI hero is up.
I'm a forkball enjoyer, but it's one I like. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, it's Newt. Hang on. Parquet's deep, though. He doesn't jump, and so he gets out. That's what Parquet's built for, is you can rob those at that stadium, but the rookie doesn't jump, and so it gets out of there, decides to pitch to the RBI hero, and then takes the pain from it. It's a 2-run home run from the Penguins to start off our match of the week. Another one slammed deep to center to brick house. Get this one. It dies at the warning track.
Wow, imagine if he'd have jumped on that one, Uni. It would have been perfectly understandable mistake, but he doesn't jump for the second one. Wisely played, but you're absolutely right. That tricky center field wall, he could have jumped and grabbed that. It was definitely reachable, but I told you we'd see some fireworks in this one, and Kawashi's already getting it started with a bang.
Yeah, already a loud crack of the bat. And we've got another good starter on the mound here with Chu, 5-pitch arsenal. Pretty similar velo and junk. No changeup for either pitcher on the mound to start off here. Both starters have choker as well. And there's the first out.
No
Arcavious.
Is something you see a lot in the AA, especially on the Arsenals. It'll be a little bit of funky Arsenals than you'll see in the XBL level, but both these pitchers have good velo with really heavy junk and a really nasty Arsenal. I'm a bigger fan of two-seam and cutter than I am of, the other off-speed pitches that you might see, but high junk, screwball, high junk, forkball, slider, you love the slider, Uni. I mean, with a lot of junk, it really is hard to time.
Yeah, it can be hard to time him with all the interesting arsenals in AA. If you're going to find people that struggle more against those quote-unquote bad pitches like the slider, it's the AA is going to have a harder time dealing with those a lot of the times. So slider, forkball could be very effective here for both guys. We'll see who's able to control the zone better. 99 power, swing right past the glove of a diving third baseman. So after a couple of reaches out of the zone, good patience there from Arcavious. And that at-bat as he ropes one down the line and has a runner on first. We'll see if we see another 2-out run scoring here as the Penguins had that 2-out home run. Really digging these Sunset uniforms. Oh, a perfectly timed steal. He stole before the pitch was even thrown. So runner is on second. RBI hero's engaged. Are we going to see another RBI hero home run here in the first? Please give it to us. Oh, but it's a bloop. It might be enough to score him with all that speed after the steal. He decides to turn back to third.
Wow. I was just about to say I didn't really love the steal because RBI hero was already active, but that actually gave him a run right there. That runner probably doesn't score with the big arms in this Penguin outfield.
So runners are on first and third. 1-0 count out of Jimmy Dangerfield at the dish. The second baseman perfectly placed four seam on the corner there. Too fast, gets by him. Finds himself in a 2-1 hitters count here. A 351 average on this season for Dangerfield. Looking to make some noise here in the first ever match of the week for our Australian-born Arcavious. Swings that one out. It's going to get by the pitcher, and there's the first run for the Sunsets as we already see runs on both sides here to start off the first inning. Ox is looking like he knows baseball.
No, I did not realize the situation there. That's my bad.
Yeah, but you were right about the run scored as another one gets through. We'll see if he rounds this time for home. He turns back. So we're going to have a bases loaded situation here in a 2-out rally very much brewing as Maximilian Mobile is up. He has 2 home runs on the season and a great average. Tense on the mound already. A big spot early in this ball game. 99 power swings. Another one through the gap. Arcavious is peppering him through those infield gaps as the game is tied now in the bottom of the first. So many hits.
This is exactly what I was talking about, Unicorn. You know, we were going to see some fireworks, and Kawashi came out with all the experience. He got a big 2-spot to set the tone, and the rookie came back. You know, he answered the call on Match of the Week. He's already got 2 back, and he's still got the bases loaded here. It's Brutus Brickhouse.
Oh, swings in a 3-0 count. He had the 99 power score, but a bad reticle as Kawashi's able to get out of that, which could have been much, much worse, but the game remains tied. If you looked at the stats on that pitcher with tense and choker already, it was really weak in that last at-bat. So both starters are aces for these teams, but both are tense by the end of the first inning.
That was a little bit of an undisciplined swing there on 3-0. I know it was a strike, but it's not really a 3-0 pitch you want to go after. But I certainly can understand the impulse, but you're absolutely right. Oh, my goodness, Squashy answers right
slider.
back.
That was way deep and into the second section of the stands. We've already got 2 home runs from Kawashi as this one's deep to left field. Boom, boom, boom. It's a hell of a start here if you're an offensive enjoyer.
The second baseman, number 9.
Absolutely, we're getting exactly what I wanted to see is just a shootout. It's going to be a survival of the fittest just to get 3 outs every half inning.
And you can see the AA type of pitching mentality. The slider can be nasty, but you do not really want to throw the slider high. We're seeing 2 sliders in a row right here in the top of the zone. That one gets by him, but it's dangerous when you use that pitch at the top of the zone.
Well, and this is why I always tell people you need a cutter or a 2-seamer on every pitcher because you can play that off of your 4-seam fastball and disguise each of those to pitch like a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. You can play those off each other. With this type of arsenal and with Kawashi's pitcher as well, you don't really have pitches that can play off of each other.
No doubt.
As Arc gets a strikeout there for the first out of the inning, and both pitchers dealing with tense mojo so far.
Yeah, like you said, that's huge when you talk about pitching, is just understanding how to work pitches off of each other, and I think that's definitely a good note that you made. They don't have a whole lot of pitches. The fact they have no changeup and no moving fastball means you're going to see a lot of heat, or you're going to see your 4 other options are all off speed that you can time up.
Exactly, and as we're going to see the second out being made here, that was my next point, was like when you have a fastball, no changeup, the other off-speed pitches like slider and fork and screwball all kind of have similar timing. So you can charge for fastball, or you can charge for off-speed. You don't have to worry about the super slow changeup, and you don't have to worry about a disguised fastball. So it's really makes for a hitter's feast at the plate approach-wise.
Yeah, no doubt, and it's going to help that these pitchers are tense, so it's no doubt setting up for a high-scoring game as we've already got 5 runs here. This one swung on. It's going to be tough, but Ward's able to get the diving stop, and so only 1 run comes in that inning as we started off with that solo shot to left field. Already the pitcher up to the plate for the Sunsets after that good first inning at the plate. See if they can answer right back as Chu is tense herself on the mound. Choker not bothering her now.
She's got some nice hitting stats, though. You can tell she takes BP with the boys every day before games, and she's ready to get her hacks in. A base hit could get her back to neutral. Or she is neutral, actually.
So many 99 power scores from Arcavious right now. Almost every swing has been 99 power.
She does help herself, gets the action started here in the second with a nice base knock.
Yeah, pitcher helping himself. And the way the league is built now, you've got decent speed on your pitchers as well. So some pretty good speed at first, late on the four seam that time. So it's an 0-2 count.
Yeah, the XBL is a bit of a National League purist custom league if you think about it. With the way pitchers are athletes nowadays, I kind of love to see it.
Ooh, forkball swung on a little bit earlier. That was a meaty pitch there near the middle edge of the zone. 2-2 count. We'll see how patient he can be. Swings on a curveball earlier. That was in the zone. Just doing a good job fighting him off. Has the pitch count up to 35 already. Swings on this one that might have been just above the zone, but too middle and easily taken advantage of. So 2 runners are on with no outs, and the Sunset's looking dangerous here at the plate. So many hits through 2 innings, and the front end of their lineup is coming up now. RBI Hero right behind Travis here. Oh, it's a double play ball all the way. It's on to second. It's over to first from Prower, and it's there in time, so it is the double play.
Man, I can't believe the ball didn't hit a cutout and bounce 20 feet sideways right there.
Yeah, rolling over the mound, you never know what to expect in this game. I'm sorry, it's the bad ball hitter, so the RBI Hero is up after this if he's able to get another hit.
Deadly combo, I like his style. I think we see a lot of playing off of standard players on Ark's team. He's got Brickhouse in center field off the freebooters. This looks like a Eduardo Electro playing shortstop, same batting stance. A lot better stats though.
Great eye to work a full count now to the bad ball hitter. Will he get a pitch to swing at? It's going to be in the zone. It is rocketed over to right field. It's heading towards the wall out there in Parquet. A run scores. He rounds for second. So the RBI Hero will be engaged on this next batter as the game is tied right back up. These two exchanging blows early on. And we'll see if Blastman can answer again. Had a single his first time up.
And what do you do there if you're Kawashi as he is going to escape this jam, and we're going to be tied after 2 innings here, 3-3. Great job of setting the tone by Kawashi so far, and great job of answering by Arcavious. I'm sorry.
A lot of times you see more jitters out of the rookies, and you see him really struggle at the plate in the first game of a match of the week, but he looks plenty comfortable here.
It's going to be a big issue, Uni, how deep in the game these starting pitchers can go and how good of a bullpen each guy has and how well they're able to navigate with their bullpen, because I don't see anybody's pitchers lasting as long as you would like them to last in this game.
Oh, forcing too much heat as he looks on it. There's a looking strikeout. And yeah, no doubt the pitch count is already up for both starters. Around 40 for each. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Workhorse might be able to get more out of Mizuki here than Kawashi's able to get out of his starter. But that curveball is hit well, put away easily in left field.
Third baseman, number 27.
Dangerous spot there, but he does get the second out. And we're in danger of seeing our first 0 here.
Pretty interesting so far. A lot of similar hitting stats from these batters for both teams, as well as pretty similar starters.
Yeah, both guys have definitely built quality ball clubs with good stats, and a lot of thought went into these rosters, you can tell.
And here comes Dragon, who's got a home run already in this game. No RBI Hero engaged this time, though. Dragon hit that home run in center field. That wasn't jumped on. That could have been caught. There's a pitch up on his own.
Look how nice that catcher's gear looks. I mean, that is like sequenced so well with the colors.
Yeah, the Sunset's logo and uniforms, very top tier customization.
Catcher, number 4.
I think both teams, honestly, high praise.
So 2 runners are on here with 2 outs. Still chance to strike. It's deep. Is it deep enough? It looks like it's going to be out of here. Yeah, that one's gone. It's a 3-run home run. The Penguins, they don't walk away from a single inning so far without a home run. And this is the biggest one yet as 3 runs come across the board. And it's 6-3 now in the third. Man, oh man, was Ox right. We've got some runs scoring early on.
My goodness, you can't even try to make a point on this one, Uni, or you're going to get drowned out by the sound of fireworks as we woke Kawashi up. I said we might be seeing a 0 here, and all of a sudden he's put up a 3 spot with 2 outs.
Yeah, he said 2 of his home runs were with 2 outs, and that just shows you cannot take any at-bat lightly on the mound in this league. The way people can hit If there's runners on base with 2 outs, you got to be stingy, and he gave him a weak forkball.
And that's what I was talking about is you just got to survive on the mound. You've got to get outs and claw and scratch for every out you can, and you're going to have to pitch out of jams. But the main thing is don't make a mistake. Don't make that one mistake that can lead to a 2 or a 3 run swing. And so far, Arc has not pitched bad, but he's made that big mistake all 3 innings so far, and Kawashi's capitalized.
But all it takes is one bad pitch to the wrong hitter, and stuff like this happens. Now it's a full count. We're going to see another forkball probably find the zone. This one's hit on, and another run's going to come across. Kawashi is scoring so many runs with 2 outs. The 2-out hitting has been something to really appreciate to start off here, as the pitcher on the mound is now rattled.
We saw a rookie mistake there on primetime, Unicorn, because while we were talking, that foul ball over third base could have been caught. It wasn't caught. The rookie let it go over his head and then came to him with a 3-2 forkball that was mislocated. And we've seen the forkball get crushed so far here tonight when it's not located.
Yeah, the forkball has been Arcavious' pitch of choice in those full counts, and he's going to it again possibly. Okay, changes his mind this time. Goes with a slider in the corner, swung on by the pitcher, hit over to Dangerfield and put away. Yeah, I was about to say, he keeps using that forkball in those full counts, and it's getting taken advantage of right there. Thought about it, then decided to change it up, and it works as he's able to get out of the inning. But he gives up 4 runs after a 3-run home run and then a couple of 2-out hits. We'll see if Arcavious can strike back here. He's done it so far, but this is the biggest deficit he's seen as we're in the bottom of the 3rd of this ball game.
And that is the kind of thing that a veteran player or any kind of observant player will pick up on. If you're going to the same pitch selection in the same big spots, like, for example, a full count forkball, if you keep going to that well, you're going to get burned by it. You know, no matter where you locate it, if you're going with the same sequencing, you've got to be able to mix it up and mix your variants so that you're not predictable.
Well, there's a forkball swung on way low. He has sprinter, but it's not going to help him enough. I do want to welcome Pelmav to the chat, former XBL player, now doing rematch broadcasts. He's doing an awesome job over there. I've personally tuned in for quite a few of those. Welcome, buddy. Got a good AA matchup on our hands, full of fireworks so far. It looks like I don't want to speak too soon. There's a chance for a 0 here. Okay, that one's weakly hit to second. We do finally see a 0 on the board. It took 3.5 innings, but there it is. So 4-run lead stays intact for the Penguins as they come back up to the plate with a tough deal to work with if you're the starter. He is off of rattled, but still tense on the mound, and his pitch count is getting up there, up towards 70 pitches now, and it's only the 4th inning.
Yeah, man, Pelmev's goated in the booth. We need to get him in here. But that was the first time we've seen a momentum swing in this game, because Kawashi, like you said, has scored in all 3 opening frames. And that was the first time Arcavious failed to answer in the bottom half. So now we see a little bit of a gap here in the scoreboard, and Kawashi with every opportunity here to really extend his lead and extend this momentum.
A red reticle screwball here ends up way up top, so it's a 3-0 count now. Workhorse really saving the stats right now for the starter. They'd be much lower with this pitch count.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 17.
Still decent
Kawashi got a
stats
little
to work
antsy
with.
there. 3-0 swing on a forkball, pretty far in the corner.
Yeah, quite a few 3-0 swings so far.
This is huge, though, if you can get a 1-2-3 inning, and he does. He's going to get his first 1-2-3 inning and his first 0. So Arc does a good job here of keeping the momentum where it's at. Now he's got a chance to answer again.
Yeah, we finally see back-to-back zeros, and Chu on the mound for the first time since the start of the game is at neutral after putting up a 0 herself. It's the 8-hole hitter Brutus Brickhouse up to start off for the Sunsets. And watch a
starting
forkball
pitcher
in there.
mojo can be a roller coaster of a ride. You know, you can have both the highs and the lows.
Two-seam swung on inside there. We haven't seen a whole lot of two-seam worked in. That four-seam's too much heat. 96 on the dial at the bottom of the zone. Looked on. So a looking strikeout, and the pitcher comes up to the plate. We'll see if the Sunsets... Yeah, they're going to leave him in.
She needs another base hit here to get herself back to neutral. That'd be a big help. But, man, I thought that last four-seam could have been crushed. Kind of froze Arc at the dish.
Yeah, they've been using so much off-speed that it seems like the four-seam is getting by these guys early on. It seems like the four-seam's been biggest pitch to use in a 2-strike count.
I think that's Kawashi's style too. He doesn't invest in a lot of velo. His style is to pound you with the other stuff and then surprise you with the 4-seamer.
A little bit of a play out of Burning Ice's book, I would say. He'll abuse you with curveballs, and then finally he'll give you like a 30 velo 4-seam that looks like it's 105 miles an hour, and it'll blow right by you. Not so dramatic from Kawashi's lineup, as he's got more normal pitching stats. But he does walk a batter there, so with 2 outs, there's a runner on first, and we've seen a lot of 2-out hitting so far in this game, so still plenty of chance to do work here. Pitch looked on just outside there. Up to 65 pitches now on the mound is Jenny Chu. Arcavious displaying a good eye as he finds himself in a 2-0 count now.
And this is what Arcavious is going to have to do. Is that one's not even close. He's going to have to really work for his pitch and tire out these arms on the Penguins.
Oh, just foul. 3-0 swing. He gets a break.
That might have been one you wanted to challenge in the booth. Great at bat.
Ooh, yeah, he swung on 3-0, it went foul, got a break, and now he gets to walk up with his bad ball hitter locked in as well, and there's 2 runners on base. Looks like there's a reliever coming in. It's a 3-pitch arsenal, but so much velo, an elite cutter, not an easy reliever to face. Bullet Valentine starts off with the cutter on the edge, and it's swung on foul. Big spot here for Chris Electro at the plate. Always tough to hit when a new pitcher comes in. That one is hit well, but it's into the dirt, and Prower is able to put it away, so nothing comes across, but a good inning from the Sunsets there to get a couple of runners on base. And a good sub, I would say, from the Penguins to bring that reliever in. A lot of times you see relievers not get brought in early enough in the AA, but the veteran makes a veteran decision, I would say.
Well, and that's really the battle of it, is when you're in a shootout, is how often do you know you're going to need the bullpen, but when do you turn to it, and how long can your relievers survive out there? But I do agree that that was a good substitution. It was a poor pitch. I mean, he got away with one there as Arc just got on top of that 4-seamer right over the upper middle part of the zone. But that reliever's certainly tough, and I think it was time to bring him in. But now Kawashi's got to get through 5 frames now left in the game with relief pitching.
Well, just low on an eye from Kawashi there. Likes to go with the pork ball, gets him chasing, but this one's fouled off to the side. Starter's still tense on the mound for the Sunsets.
Great pitch there.
Knocked down, picked up after a couple of bobbles of it, able to put it away. Still not neutral on the mound. Neutral would go a long way for this starter with that workforce. It looks like Mizuki's still going to remain out there. Stats are pretty low.
Yeah, if you're Arc, you want to get as many outs as you possibly can out of Mizuki before you have to go to that pin, but she also should be on a short leash, and Louise Sluggerville goes deep for the 2nd time tonight. She does it again.
Into the bullpen out there. They didn't even react. It bounced right over their head, and that's the 4th home run of the game for the Penguins. We talked about them peaking at the plate lately. This power at 85 ego is a force to be reckoned with at AA. He's at the upper end of that ego scale. It does not look to be affecting him as the Penguins are matching the ball as they have a 5-run lead now in the 5th, and we do see the reliever come in. It's a specialist with the standard 4-pitch arsenal that you're going to see league-wide. This is a really tough pitcher to face with that specialist trait.
Yeah, she is a really tough pitcher, and she's going to have 1 up, 1 down here. But not before Louise Sluggerville. Great name, great swing by her. Her 2nd bomb of the night extends this lead to 5, and now both opponents officially into the bullpen before they got through 5 innings. So it's going to be a battle of attrition now. Who can last with their relievers? Who can take pitches at the plate and tire out these arms? And we'll see if Arc's going to battle back or if Washi gets into mercy territory.
Ooh, nasty cutter from off the zone to in. Gets him swinging late as Valentine's able to get the strikeout. That was a good reticle if he would have got a hold of it. Yeah, 3 of the 4 home runs for the Penguins have been with 2 outs as well. The 2-out damage has been the main difference in this game. This one swung on well, but just a little bit late and a good pitch into the corner. It's about as good of a swing as you can get on that as it flies out to center field. As there's 2 up, 2 down, as Valentine is doing a good job on the mound, able to get another out right here.
And that's what I was talking about, playing your four-seamer off the cutter, off the moving fastball. Kawashi doing a great job of just attacking with that velo and mixing it up with that cutter and changeup. Those are really hard pitches to fight off against when you have a high velo four-seamer, and it's really given Arcavious some problems. Two-out home runs, like you said, Unicorn, are such a huge momentum thing too, because it's so disheartening as an opponent to give up runs with 2 outs, especially with 2 outs, no one on. You know, we saw 2 out, no one on, and then a 3 spot put up by Kawashi earlier on a 2-out 3-run bomb, and those just really hurt. You know, those are hard to bounce back from because you were so close to getting out of the inning, and yet you gave up such a huge mistake.
And Kawashi's able to get a good full count swing on that one. A curveball that was well located in the bottom of his zone, but he still handles it, puts it out there into center field, and he's got good speed on now with his pitcher up looking to bunt. We see no bunt adjustment on the infield, and this one goes foul. We'll see if he tries it again. Still no adjustment from the infield. Oh, goes for a bunt down at his ankles. It's an 0-2 count now. He's going for it one more time. Can he lay it down? No, 3 straight bunts missed. Bunting is definitely a skill. I mean, that's why I don't try it, because I do the same thing that Kawashi just did, and you can see it's not the easiest thing to do, especially with a small pitching reticle.
Well, yeah, like you said, the specialist took the stats down to 0-0, so it was very hard. Ooh, a scoop tag would have been nice there for Arc, but middle infielder mishandles it.
Yeah, 3 successful steals now for the Penguins. They're 3 for 3 on taking extra bases. That one would have been out, but here's another steal perfectly timed, but he swings on it way low. He would have had it successfully, but went for the hit and run.
He had such a good jump.
Good check swing. It's another full count at bat. Swings on this one up top. Yeah, it's a good chase pitch right there. The four seam too high and swung on too late. We'll see if he can leave that runner stranded. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, and this is where the Penguins have done their damage. Can Arcavious escape? It's a weak curveball. It's swung on. It's deep. Does Brickhouse get to it? It's back there to the warning track, and he does just in time, so no runs come across. And a 0 is on the board, and if you're Arcavious, this is where you have to try to look to turn the momentum. Down by 5 as the game is getting late now, and you've put up quite a few 0s in a row. Can you wake those bats back up? Bullet Valentine on the mound, still a low pitch count and dealing with that elite cutter.
Absolutely, you nailed it. It's getting time to start fighting back because all the momentum's in Kawashi's favor right now, and he absolutely got away with that curveball there for the 3rd out. This game could be even further apart, but it's time for these sunsets to get going, and that's a good start there. He works a 4-5 pitch walk.
Yeah, he's still displaying a good eye. It's just that velo's got his reticle a bit off. The velo is going to start dropping down here soon, up at 15 pitches now. See if he can remain locked in with his eyes. Swings at a tough cutter down on his knees right there. First pitch swing, and it's put away by Rose, who's locked in with the way she's been swinging the bat in this game. So 1 out, runner remains on first. We'll see if the reliever stays in. Likes to keep her in. It is a tough pitcher to pull. It's probably the strongest pitcher he has in that bullpen. It's a tough decision when you're down in a game like this, though.
Yeah, you can't afford to get down more than 5, but you also can't afford to not score here, you know what I mean? So it's a tough decision.
He does have a pitcher hit in this game. Does look on a couple pitches back-to-back here, though, so it's an 0-2 count to the pitcher at the plate. Swings on one. This one's got a chance to be a double play. It's on to second, over to first in time. The pitcher hits into a double play. And so
that's
it's
exactly
4 straight
what you
zeros.
don't want if you're Arcavious.
Momentum still solely on the Penguins side now as we're into the 7th inning on our first game of the AA match of the week tonight. AAA will be on after Spliff and Rick Star, 2 AAA veterans, 2 of the best pitchers you're going to see across all 3 leagues squaring off. It should be quite an opposite affair from what we've seen here as 11 runs are on the board. Tough cutter in the corner there.
Did you say Splix and Rift Star?
Did I?
Said something like that.
Yeah, maybe they should switch it out. That kind of sounds cool.
It did sound cool.
But it's Spliff Star and Ricks. My apologies to 2 of the AAA goats. Spliff Star already almost played his entire season, and Ricks is just getting started on his AAA campaign. He is known to be a late bloomer. a lot of the times. Just outside, good eye from Kawashi there. It's a 3-1 count. Both guys being patient at the plate in this game. It's been impressive. Another one, this one misses off of the zone with that red reticle, so a walk is worked. And a runner is on, and a home run hitting Dragon is up to the plate. No RBI hero engaged. A tough four-seam in on the corner. Now looking at a changeup in the same spot. Red reticle, a steal. Does he get there safe? 99 throw, and he's out. No steal
Nice
this time. Perfectly timed throw with the 99 power score. And he needed every bit of it to get it.
That was the first time we haven't seen Kawashi get a good jump. Looked like a bad jump and a meatball pitch. He would have been better off hitting and running there, but it actually helps Arcavious get out of trouble. And now, again, with a chance to cut into this lead without it extending in the top half. So he's got to start getting something done at the dish.
Yeah, it's getting late, and this is where you can start to jump on a pitcher like Valentine. Locked in, but the pitch count is getting up there. Still remaining patient, but you're seeing after the starters really struggled early on in this game, the relievers have came in and shut it down. And as soon as I say that, it's a leadoff single. We've seen Arcavious get runners on base, but he hasn't converted here in quite a while. It's a great time to do it as he's got the middle of this order coming up and no outs. A runner already on. Can he remain patient and put a good bat on ball? A perfectly timed steal there, and we've seen quite a few steals in this game as well. They're working every aspect of this game.
Well, neither guy is
too
holding runners.
aggressive. Oh, my. What'd he do?
Oh, he had it.
Oh, he had it. He got scared. Oh, no.
At first, I thought maybe Kawashi was lagging and couldn't throw it or something, but he actually waited too long, and then Arcavious panicked.
Yeah, Arcavious panicked, was not sure why there was no throw. It almost looked like he was being nice to Kawashi, like he thought he lagged, so he gave him the out. Regardless,
That was just
there's
too
2 outs
anxious,
now.
though. You know what I mean? He stole back-to-back pitches. He just got a runner to second with nobody out. He was in a great spot for that inning and just kind of got too impatient trying to go for the extra steal there. I think he would have been better off really digging in at the plate, but those are the type of mistakes you sometimes make in the prime time, and it happens. But Bullet Valentine is just cruising along here now.
This one's good swing, but right into the second baseman's glove. And yeah, what looked like might have been a good inning for the Sunsets, and maybe they could have turned the tide a little bit. Gets shut down on that massive play and the missed play on the base pass. So now we're into our last 2 innings. Kawashi's still a 5-run lead as this game started off really loud, but it's been quiet here for quite a while outside of that solo home run we saw a couple innings ago. Specialist on the mound is starting to dwindle up towards 40 pitches now, but relying on Specialist, no doubt. Negating the locked in at the plate, but that's a tough change up on the corner. Looked on, it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, both relievers so far have done an outstanding job.
Check swing there, full count. We've seen a lot of full counts worked from Kawashi in this game, and this one's right down the middle. Does he swing? He swings, but it's into the dirt. You hate to miss one of those. It's always painful when you get a meatball and then you just hit it into the dirt, but that's what he does for the first out.
He was going contact swing to protect against that cut fast, and he missed the mistake four-seamer with the contact swing. But, you know, like you said, doing a good job of working the count, and that forces Arcavious to go to the pin yet again. Going to need another reliever here, Caesar McFry.
Yeah, very first pitch crossed up comes into play.
It happens way more often than you think it will, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it says it's like 12%, but it feels like it's about 30%.
No, it's 3%, I believe.
3?
Yeah, 3%.
Probably a typical metalhead issue where they forgot to put a 0 after the 3.
Right?
That one swung on first pitch after a couple of outs. First pitch swinging on the changeup there, gets lined up the middle, so we do see a runner on first. And like I've said, so far in this game, the Penguins have done massive damage with 2 outs. Looks like he's looking for more here as he's going to pinch hit. Interesting decision. Valentine was absolutely cruising, but Kawashi smells blood in the water. I guess he's going to go for another 2-out loud swing. See if he can get a pitch to hit. Tough four-seam in here on the corner. Swung on, popped up. That's a tough pitch to do anything with. And it's put away in right field, so another 0 on the board, and we've got quite a few zeros piling up. But if you're the Sunsets, you can't live for another one. But oh my, look at Ivy Pepper coming in. Massive reliever, even better than Valentine. 4-pitch arsenal with K Collector. No curveball, but he does have the heat and the changeup.
Oh, walks his fourth law right there. The first pitch from a reliever is often a meaty fastball.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
you
some
said,
guys love to
Kawashi
swing
had
on
a
the first
pretty
one, though.
good bullpen, man. This is
Jimmy.
we saw Bullet Valentine with the elite cutter, high velo. He was nasty, or she was nasty, and now we have Ivy Pepper, and she's nasty as well.
Yeah, really good bullpen here for the Penguins, which is definitely worth noting. Going into game 2, if the starters get roughed up again, the bullpen advantage looks like it's definitely on the Penguins' side. I think
he's
the
the veteran.
Sunsets
He's
have a
been in
really
these
strong
games
closer,
before.
though.
Now batting the left fielder.
Well, closer won't do you much good down 5, and Kawashi knows, you know, he's been in a lot of these shootout type of games over the years now, and he knows he needs a lot of length in that bullpen. But now we're starting to see a rally going here against the K Collector as 2 base hits in a row by Arcavious.
Yeah, we'll see if he can produce some runs. Now the pitcher's got surrounded to deal with as well. If you're the Sunsets, this is a great time, and maybe your last time to take advantage and try to get this thing tied up. 2 runners on, 1 out. Good patience at the plate. He works the hitter's count. It's 2-0. Oh, this one's lined, but into the first baseman's glove. We've seen quite a few of those strong hits, but into the infield as he doesn't have enough elevation on the swing. Brickhouse up now with 2 outs. They need a 2-out rally here. This one swung on, but it's in there. Into the corner, the slider gets him swinging out, and some more runners are stranded. It's 11-11 on the hits, but a 5-run differential on the scoreboard, and the home run ball has been the difference as the Penguins have launched a few over the fence, but Arcavious has been missing that deep threat.
And you know, there's another difference between a veteran and a rookie is when Kawashi's had big innings and 2-out rallies here, he's remained patient at the plate. He's really made Arcavious work on the mound, throw a lot of full counts, a lot of pitches. Oh, great screwball
Nasty.
there on the corner.
Now batting.
But we see every time Arcavious gets a rally going, he tends to swing a lot earlier in the count with runners in scoring position, which is something, you know, I think players struggle with in all 3 leagues. I still struggle with it myself. So it's very tough to hit in those spots, and that's really where the difference in the game has been. And 8-3 is Kawashi's came through in the clutch.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's definitely something as a rookie that you have to work on. Something I'm still
Something you
working
can't
on
stop
myself.
working on, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Cannon arm all the way to first. I think he's just in time.
Now batting the left fielder. Number 17.
1 out, runner is on, distractor is engaged. McFry's got to be careful not to throw any meatballs here. Kawashi can play loose and free with a big lead here in the 9th. Swings under that 4-seam. Now he's going to see a curveball. It looks like it's going to find the zone, but it's hittable. It's deep back there towards parquet, but it's back towards the deepest part of the field. Brickhouse range is over. He's able to put it away. Throws it all the way to first again, and look at that. Just in time. Safe at first again.
Now batting the third baseman.
Stockton's little brother out there, he's running him down. That he's still thinking about that home run that went just over his head in the first inning.
Brickhouse has put away a lot of fly balls in this game, other than that first play, though.
Now batting.
All right, here we go,
Yeah, but he's
folks.
tense.
Yeah, he is tense. Bottom of the 9th. 5 runs needed. We'll see if Arcavious
here
can
we
do
go.
it. He's got a lot of hits in this game. Ivy Pepper on the mound is going to make it difficult, though. Such a strong reliever to face. Pinch hitter
And
is
this
in.
is where, you know, Uni, we talked about momentum and having a chance to answer. If he would have just been able to get 1 run here, another run here, and maybe the 5th and the 7th, then this lead wouldn't be so daunting to try to come up with the goods late. But 5's going to be a lot to try to get in one half inning, as we see a perfect pitch there by Ivy Pepper to get the strikeout.
Yeah, just the mental battle of the difference being down 5 versus 2 or 3 in the 9th inning is pretty monumental.
Absolutely.
We do see a hit right there. A little bit of a weird dive from the shortstop. Looked like he possibly could have got that, but regardless, we've got a runner on first. Look like he's going to go for a pinch runner now. It's not going to make a ton of difference.
We've also seen the different styles of each player. You know, Kawashi, he relies on that power with the big hit. In Arcavious, he has more of a depth lineup where he relies on rallies and big innings. And this could be a double play ball.
Ooh, and just like that, on to second, over to first, and we're out of here as the Sunsets head into a double play to end it. Kawashi able to get the win, beats the Rook on our AA match of the week off the back of quite a few home runs with 2 outs. An amazing display of hitting, and man, we saw some great relief pitching from both sides. That was a good first game on our match of the week. I think both guys showed a lot of promise.
Absolutely. That was a lot of fireworks early, but it was a good back and forth battle and quite a matchup.
Yeah, and that's it for the first game, folks. For the second game, we will switch perspectives, so we'll get both home team perspectives in this broadcast. So y'all give us just a minute, take a quick break for the players, and then we'll let them know that we're ready to go for game 2. We'll see if the rookie can get a split, or we'll see if Kawashi can prove he's one of the top dogs in the AA and get a sweep. Give us just a minute. We'll switch it over. Okie dokie, welcome back everybody. We saw a first win victory from the Penguins, and now they're going to be at their home stadium, Motor Yard. And after putting up a lot of runs at Parquet, a deeper stadium, this is much more hitter friendly at Motor Yard. And we've also got the nighttime stadium. This is actually one of the best, if not the best, hitter friendly settings in my opinion. Nighttime at Motor Yard feels like you can see the ball so well. And if they hit the way they hit in the first game, we're going to see just as many runs, if not more.
Yeah, this is an iconic park, and night, I agree, is the best time you want to play here. I think we'll see a lot of fireworks here in Game 2, just like we did in Game 1. I love to see the fireworks, baby. Bring them on.
Huge difference in the starter this time for Kawashi. He does have elite 2-seam, but lower accuracy, lower junk, and lower velo. He does have 5-pitch arsenal, a much more standard arsenal on this pitcher's 5 pitches, though. Changeup, curveball, those 2 fastballs, and he's got a forkball to work in there. Can he slide on? He does. The shortstop slides and gets it just at the last second. Smart play there.
Probably beats it out if you don't dive.
No doubt, yeah.
Just gets the early mojo boost for it.
Yeah, that's one of those rare spots where the infield dive actually isn't cheese. It actually is the right play.
Right.
And
Vlad had
outs
one
put
of those,
away.
man, that I dove for and didn't even get to it, and he still got a hit. I think it was Vlad. I was like, come on.
Mayflowers has falls behind as well, so this is not an easy starter to work with. But that velo difference, I wonder if the lower velo will cause some fits. Arcavious didn't really see any low velo at all in the first game. Able to rope one through the left side of the infield there, though. This looks a little bit staggering to me on this display, but hopefully that's just on our side. If it's too much of an issue, we'll just switch back to the other stream, but we'll see how it goes. A 2-out hit, so we got a runner on first, and Blast Man's up. We'll see if we see a steal to activate that RBI hero or not. There was some aggressive base running in the first game. Kawashi aware of it, goes for the pickoff there, but nothing brewing. Ooh, two seams elite and gets him chasing. And there's the steal.
Oh, great steal.
Perfect. Now the RBI hero will be engaged, and he's in a hitter's count. We'll see how aggressive Mayflower is pitching to this. Changeup's going to miss outside. Can he be patient? He does. It's a 3-1 count. You don't see AA players intentionally walk many batters like this. I'm expecting him to be aggressive and go at him. Gives him a perfect pitch on the corner here. What an eye, though, on that two-seam. And he does walk the RBI hero. Not a terrible decision there, as now there's a runner on first and second for Dangerfield.
Man, what a great take by the rookie there. I was just about to say that what Kawashi has to do is use that two-seamer to his advantage. The other pitchers are not going to fool Arcavious at the plate, and the RBI hero, he's taken some really disciplined takes on that two-seamer so far. And another great steal.
Double steal, yeah. Arcavious really working the base pass here, and this is the same situation he was in a lot of times in that last game. He's got 2 outs, but there's runners on. Can he take advantage? Two-seam lays off again. It's a 3-1 count. We'll see if he gets a pitch to hit. Another two-seam looked at. No, it's a changeup. Low, and the bases are loaded off of a couple walks and a single. And here in the first inning, just like last game, Arcavious has the bases loaded in the first. Can he do damage? Pitcher on the mound looking like they're struggling.
I love the patience by Arcavious. I like that Kawashi's not giving in here. He's still baiting with that two-seamer. Oh, missed with one over the zone there.
Yeah, but this curveball's going to find its way in there. Looked on, though, so finally hitter in a tough spot here. It's a 1-2 count. Can he remain patient in this spot? It's going to find the zone. It's a forkball. It's swung on deep. Right field. It's all the way back. It's off the wall. It's not going to be over. He has base runner, though, and there's a misplay. Oh, he decides to go for home. He turns back. What's going on?
Oh, the misplay there. That's kept him from clearing the bases. What a swing. He crushed that forkball with the bases juiced, 2 outs. But a costly mistake to not score that third run. He's going to have to get a base here to cash in, and it's going to be in the gap again.
Into the gap. Oh, Arcavious with a couple of big hits, and now it's no past him. Go, go, go. Around him. He's got a chance to go home. Does he send him for the Little League home run? He turns it. He's going for it. Oh, he turns it back. I would have loved to see it.
Oh.
Hey,
what
the 2-out
entertaining
hitting.
inning.
The 2-out hitting. This time the Sunsets are the one that start off the game with some big 2-out hits. And the inning is over now, but man, oh man, just almost hit a grand slam. If he had 5 more power on that batter, that thing was over the wall. But he's not going to complain. Still gets 4 runs across to start off the game after great patience to load the bases. And just like last game, we're starting off with some fireworks. We'll see if Kawashi can answer back the same way the Sunsets did in the first game. Starter on the mound, Guy McGee, elite two-seam on both sides.
Wow,
oh, he knocks it down. Bro, the pitching matchup has been incredibly similar. Both starters were similar in the first game, and now in the second game, they got the same 4 pitches, just no forkball, and they both have elite two-seam. This is pretty crazy.
That is wild.
Good eye there from Kawashi. It's a 2-0 count. We'll see how much the elite two-seam is worked on from McGee here. We saw a ton of two-seams in that first inning from Kawashi with him pitching. Curveball finds his own now 2-2.
That high junk is a big factor here for the advantage for McGee. Doesn't have the forkball, but we've seen both players absolutely nuke forkballs. And with the higher ego that Kawashi's playing at, that two-seamer playing off the four-seamer is so tough to defend against. And we're going to see Kawashi maybe even go into contact swings or more defensive mode to try to fight against that.
Ooh, he just barely got under that. He had a good power score on a pretty meaty pitch, but it's popped up right there at home plate. So 3 up, 3 down. And the Sunsets have their pitcher up to start off the second inning here. Tense on the mound already as May Flowers, but yeah, like you said, the Sunsets in a beautiful position as now they start off first pitch swinging, a pitcher hit, and everything is looking up for the Sunsets right now.
That starting pitcher is feeling himself tonight. He was like, give me the ball. Put this on my back tonight, y'all. I got this.
He wants to earn that ace spot in the rotation after a struggle in the first game from that starter. Oh, this one might be a double play. Ooh, it barely stays up off the ground. Lucky breaker for the Sunsets.
And you know, another thing about it could be that we have seen Arcavious split a lot of players this year. He might be a game 2 player. He might need the first game to kind of try to feel his opponent out. You know, kind of understand his opponent a little more and bounce back here in game 2. You love to see the start here from the Sunsets. Can they keep it up?
Yeah, I believe Arcavious has 1 sweep and 3 splits so far on the season. Looking to add another split to his resume. And Kawashi is a player, if you're a rookie, a split against him is very much a good series. He gets away with a mistimed jump there as he turns back to first. Ooh, that's a tough pitch to swing on. It's a little bit inside, I think, and put away easily by Sonic Blue. So there's a 0 on the board after a loud first inning for the Sunsets, a quiet second. And the Penguins step back up looking to climb back into this game.
Good job by Kawash there to not, you know, give up runs in multiple frames. And somehow that starter's stats were nuked after the opening frame. Gets the 0. To get himself, you know, back into a position where he can chip away at this early deficit. He hasn't trailed at all in this set, so a different spot here for Kawashi.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It'll be interesting to see how patient he can be, because even though that game was back and forth a bit to start in the last one, it was always Kawashi that had the lead just by a little bit until he broke it open. And now he's playing from behind against a locked-in pitcher. And I know his pitcher's tense on the other side, but it is a low velo pitcher, so it's not near as detrimental. There's a good swing on it there with 2 outs.
Playing from in front is obviously great to do, especially if you have a good pin like the Penguins do. But playing from behind's a whole different monster. You got to be patient, and you've got to make sure you don't give up any more runs to make the deficit harder to climb out of.
And here's some of that 2-out swinging from the Penguins. They've got 2 back-to-back hits with 2 outs, looking for a 2-out rally. I believe his pitcher is going to be up to bat next, and it is. He's got his pitcher in the 8-hole.
That's costing him right here. The old St. Louis tactic. Swings first pitch, too. I don't like that either.
Dangerfield able to put it away. Yeah, force him up top, swung on, popped up. And so no runs come across after a couple of 2-out hits. Flowers on the mound, going to look to regain that mojo. Oh, weird. I haven't seen that before, I don't think. It looked like he had the jump.
That was... That only happens when you don't need to jump, but that looked like he needed to jump, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't give the error thing or anything. It just bounced off of him. That looked like a pretty well-timed jump. Regardless, runners on for the Sunsets to start off the inning.
That's a tough break. I refuse to believe he could have caught that standing up, so you got to feel for Kawashi there, but regardless, great start for the Sunsets.
Sunsets are doing an excellent job watching the 2 seams off of the plate. They work another good hitters count. Yeah, no way.
I could never take that many.
And walks. Another one is I think 3 or 4 walks now already for that starter.
Yeah, May Flowers is cooked right now, bro.
Yeah, this is a really tough spot if you're Kawashi with this starter and you're trailing. And it looks like the patience is 100% there for the Sunsets. No outs with 2 runners on, already down 4. Make a couple of mistake pitches here, and you're already looking at run rule territory. As now the bases are going to be loaded yet again. Hang on, he's going to round for home, turns back. So bases, loaded with no outs. And the Sunsets have their 7-hole hitter up, who's already got a triple in this game.
I would have even considered hitting for May Flowers there in the last spot for Kawashi, because now you're just taking her out this inning anyway. And we see the bullpen already here in the 3rd inning for the Penguins. He's going into emergency mode, and that one's going to be deep enough. Let's see how many runners get to advance on this fly ball.
99 throw, but he elects to go towards home. Could have taken 3rd off of that, but decides not to. So a sac fly, and the runners stay at 1st and 2nd. We'll see if that
could have moved everybody up there and hit 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
Yep. Swings
Doesn't
on this
matter.
one. It's out of the zone, but he gets a good reticle on it, so it's out into the outfield on a bloop. Runners are at the corners now, and another run comes across, and just like that, it's 6-0. And Arcavious is just a couple of good swings away from getting this into mercy territory. We'll see if he can do it. Farmhand, the SPRP already tense as well. That's one of the first chases we've seen there. It's a 2-seam off of the zone.
I've seen Kawashi come back from 7 and 8 run deficits this season already and in the past as well. So you can never count him out. But I think Kawashi, I like that he's trusting in himself to be able to get back in this game. But if I were him, I'd have had a little more urgency to maybe hit for the pitcher last inning to try to get something going. And I also would have came with maybe Bullet Valentine or Ivy here instead of the SPRP just to stop the bleeding. I mean, Arcavious is on fire and he hadn't stopped.
Yeah, it seems like the low velo is Arcavious' sweet spot. He's able to hit this much better. That one's hit well. It's back. Motor yard's not deep enough. Ooh, yes it is. It's died at the warning track. So the SPRP comes in and just gives up a run or two and then able to get out of it. So this game is still very much within striking range as we're starting off at the 9 spot for the Penguins, who displayed in game 1. They can put up plenty of runs, and they're looking to do it here. Starter on the mound has been shutting him out so far. That's a tough curveball in by the chin and put away easily by the second baseman.
Pretty good job there of Kawashi getting out of trouble with that SPRP. But like I said, McGee, he is feeling himself. He is the guy right now.
Some more beautiful uniforms for the Sunsets. I like those a lot. 2-seam chased off the edge of the zone. A perfectly placed 2-seam after that 4-seam on the edge, and that's pitching right there to a T. A couple of 4-seams on the edge and then a 2-seam trailing off. Really tough for even the best players in the world to hang on. Just low, good eye from Kawashi. Same spot. This one was buried in the corner of 4-seam. We're seeing a lot of reliance on the velo now from McGee on the mound, and it's paying off as he's put up 3-0 spots and only given up 2 hits. Gives himself a chance at the plate once again.
I think that Arsenal on McGee is just so much better. This is why you see so many Arsenals similar to McGee's in the XBL, is because they're just so much more optimal for playing the fastball off the moving fastball, playing the velo off the slow pitches like changeups, and not junk pitches like screwball, fork, slider that all have the same timing. Right. So I think that's a huge factor here and why McGee's been successful. But also, you know, Sunsets are painting that low and away corner. And just all around, huge improvement from game 1 to game 2 here by the Sunsets on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we talked about the pitching consistency from the Sunsets. I mean, we're not seeing his perspective this game, but in that last game, his location was not super crisp. But right now, it looks like he's feeling it. Like you said, he's been burying some fastballs in the corner.
I'm actually watching his feed right now.
Oh, really?
Instead, and he's locating very well on the mound.
That's what we need to do. Get one caster on each perspective. That really gives us some angles.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that a lot.
I got to shout him out again. I can't get over how good as a catcher. I got a bias here, but the catcher's gear looks so good with these colors on the Sunsets unis. I'm amazed.
2-1 count to Angela Saturn here, who had a home run in the first game. Rockets one to center field here, and there's a good start if you're Kawashi. A great bat on ball. We'll see if he can get something going. Still plenty of time left in this game as we're into the middle innings. Only 31 pitches, though, for McGee on the mound and locked in. You're going to need to get quite a few hits to get him drained. Watches a changeup to start there. And watches another one. This one's outside, 1-1. Another 2-seam chase. The pitcher prevents a double play by knocking that down, I think. 8 home runs on the season for Sluggerville, who had 2 in the last game. We'll see if she can add another one here. Been a monster at the plate so far this season for the Penguins, it looks like.
Yeah, she's living up to that awesome name she's got.
Oh, that 2-seam's been a problem. It seems like every out so far has been off of that 2-seam. Another one swung on and into the dirt as there's 2 outs in a row. As Amy Rose comes up to the plate, who has quite a few home runs herself on the season with 3. A .452 average. You can see that Kawash has been mashing the ball with the middle of his order here. Big Hack is on. Swings at one foul.
Don't be getting cute with curveballs. Kawashi loves them.
Another two-seam inside, another one swung on. He's putting in good reticle on those two-seams, but they're off of the plate or in a corner, and there's nothing you can do about it. Great pitching so far on the mound. Arcavious seems like he may have figured out the Penguins. And this one's nuked to left field. Jovan not going to be able to get there. It's too much. And he rounds for second. It's going to be a leadoff double for the Sunsets as they pose some danger already here after the first swing of the bat on the first pitch in the inning.
Yeah, I mean, this pitcher right now is so similar to the starting pitcher. You know what I mean? It's basically the mirror opposite. The exact twin, just left-handed as the starting pitcher, and Sunsets had no issue scoring off the starting pitcher. So we're going to need to see Bullet Valentine here soon if Kawashi wants to stay in this game.
Yeah, not only the same arsenal from both pitchers on the Penguin side, but damn near the same stats as well.
Right.
And like you said, I would have definitely brought in the velo if I was the Penguins and then switched back to someone like this later.
You
but
could
so
still
far,
go to farmhand later, right?
Right. But so far, I mean, only giving up a couple hits when she first came in. After that, I mean, here's another out right here. Not a terrible decision if you're able to get out of it. I mean, still 6-0 on the scoreboard. 2 outs now with the runner on third.
This is where if you're Arcavious, you've got to be swinging a lot of early counts now because you get so much more comfortable with that lead. It's easy to lose focus and lose that grind at the plate where you're seeing pitches and work until you get a nice meatball. What a play there. Kawashi, known for his defense, he makes an outstanding dive right there to end the inning. No runs allowed. Good job by the Penguins.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, Kawashi's so known for his defense, and we have yet to see any flash of the leather, but right there, a good dive out there in left field. Oh, that curveball is right down the middle. Missed, though, and that's one of the things when you're down in a game like that and you get a little bit of antsy at the plate, you start to miss reticle some pitches like that.
They also hurt a lot worse when you're trailing.
No doubt, especially when they're locating the way that McGee is locating and he finally leaves one hanging.
Yeah, no
Kawashi got to keep battling.
And that was what Kawashi did such a good job of in game one, and early on even more of, is he capitalized on those mistakes. What a play by Brutus Brickhouse. We see the flash of the leather 2 half innings in a row. Great job.
Yeah, seeing some defense out of these double A's. We've seen a ton of steals. We've seen some home run balls. Now we're seeing McGee deal on the mound after Valentine had an excellent performance as the RP in the last game. We've really seen every aspect of baseball from these two so far in this set. This has been an awesome set. You can see that the skill level.
We've seen it all.
Yeah, the skill level of double A, I think, is much higher now than it used to be, and you're really seeing that tonight. And I say that as a previous double A player. We are not as good as these guys.
Well, it's just great to see that the quality league-wide has gone up where we can just throw any 2 guys here on a match of the week and get electric baseball where, you know, like you said, they're highlighting every aspect of the game, and two well-made teams, 2 tough players, and they're showcasing it all here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Two-seam swung on again. That one was cornered. It was well reticled. Can he dive on this one? Ooh, a little bit of a miss. That was a good job fouling off such a tough pitch in the corner, though. And a good eye there. It's a full count to Sonic Blue, who's got 5 home runs and a 500 average. Talk about some good stats, but that's a nasty two-seam from inside to in the zone to get him looking. And McGee is absolutely cruising on the mound through 5 innings, only giving up 4 hits and no runs. He's got a hit of his own at the plate, and he steps up to the dish again. Arcavious, you can't sub here, buddy. You cannot do it. Don't do it. No way.
He did it. Oh, no.
Oh, that's karma coming his way.
Now. Put your bets in now on the Penguins comeback.
Yeah, he gets a hit, but I mean, come on. You can't sub there. He's absolutely dealing it. He was 1 for 1 hitting.
Uni, I've got the dugout cam live in studio here. We just saw Guy McGee shatter the water cooler. He is pissed in that Sunset dugout.
Oh, yeah, whenever you make a sub like that, it does not matter. You always feel like Metalhead punishes you with some karma. We'll see if that comes into play as a double play ball, but it's misplay for the Penguins' second baseman. A couple of breaks there for the Sunsets because that first baseman almost got the double play off with a catch and tag, and now a double play ball up the middle was barely missed, and so there's still only 1 out with 2 runners on, and it's the bad ball hitter up. And it swung on deep to left field. It's not going to be deep enough.
Arcavious is so antsy right now, too. He swung first or second pitch of every at-bat for like 2 innings in a row now at least, and He's bailing Kawashi out, but Kawashi elects to walk the RBI hero, and now we've got bases loaded, 2 outs for Jimmy Dangerfield. Interesting choice. Big spot here for both players.
Surrounded is on for Pepper. Second time in the game that Dangerfield has been up with the bases loaded. Did deliver in his last plate appearance. Watches one low here, a big spot, a chance to put this at 10 runs if he can send it over the wall. It's a 2-1 count, hitter's count.
Looks surrounded active.
Slider, it's going to be in the zone, swung on. Does it get through? A good dive from the shortstop on to first. It's not going to be in time, so Dangerfield twice this game has delivered with the bases loaded. The lead is up to 3, and now Mac Hustle is up. Swings on a 4-seam outside. Oh my, where could this be? It's in the dirt.
We just saw the cut fastball pitcher. What was it, Valentine? Oh, that's going to be down.
Oh, and things are starting. Oh no, it's snowballing. No! It's snowballing. Does he round towards home to get the 10? He rounds. It's base rounder engaged. He's safe at home, and the lead is at 10 after a couple of misplays in the field from Kawashi, who is known to be the best fielder in the AA. You can see the nerves are to him trailing.
Man, this game just really fell apart here for the Penguins. Great job of the Sunsets of capitalizing there, but unfortunate for Kawashi. What an inning here.
Yeah, Sunset's got a couple of breaks after we talked about the karma of subbing his pitcher. I mean, that started everything. And he does get struck out right there, but it's 10-0 now as we go into the bottom of the 6th, I believe. Yeah, bottom of the 6th, and Kawashi has no choice now but to put up at least 1 run. He had 4 home runs in the last game. Only needs 1 to keep the game alive. Can he do it? There is a new reliever in, and he takes advantage of it. First pitch swinging on that reliever is a single.
Yeah, Arcavious said stop the cap when he took that pitcher out. He just popped off that inning, and he really, until the bases got loaded, he didn't really have, and that leadoff hit, of course, was nice, but then we saw the diving play, then we saw the missed play by the middle infielder, and then we saw the overrun by the left fielder. So
yep.
Defensive miscues really led to that inning more than anything.
Yeah, and Arcavious got what he wanted. It looked like for a couple of innings you were talking about how he was swinging so aggressively. It felt like he was just reaching for that run rule territory. Finally gets a chance here, but can he shut it down on the mound? He does have that tough specialist in, and there is 2 outs now, so Kawashi is an out away if he can't get a run across the board here, but you want no one else than Louise Sluggerville at the plate. She's up with a chance to extend this game if she can get a hit. It's got to be a massive hit. There's some decent speed on first. Watches this one, 1-1 count. Specialist is affecting Sluggerville. Swung on, it's going to find its way out there, and they live to fight another day. The Penguins, can they get a 2-out rally and extend this ball game on Match of the Week?
Louise Sluggerville is just goated, man. She doesn't make outs, and with the game on the line, she comes through here again.
Change up. Oh, it's roped, but it's on the ground. 2 electro put away, and Arcavious is able to get the split in dominating fashion after a couple of miscues from the Penguins. We see a mercy rule victory in Game 2 here. The rookie able to get a win against one of the top-tier AA players. And just like usual, it feels like on Match of the Week, a beautiful, beautiful split.
Yeah, it is nice to see a split when you get 2 good players like this, and really one-sided games, Uni. Kind of surprising how one-sided each matchup was, given how tough both players are, and they're both having good seasons. But usually when it's 2 teams like this, you see maybe a 8-7 or a 10-9 or like back and forth games. But really great job of each player by getting out, staying ahead, and finishing the job. And then in Game 2, we saw Arcavious bounce back, and he did the same thing. So happy to see both guys get a win on primetime here tonight.
Yeah, it's always nice on a Match of the Week to see a split because both guys can walk away with something to be happy about. There's nothing worse than being on primetime and getting swept, honestly, because a lot of the times you have to wait all the way till next season until you get another one. But both of them get it, and Kawashi's had quite a few primetime games as he's been in the AA for quite a bit, and he was in that World Series. But the rookie, in his first time on the main stage, does an excellent job of responding in Game 2, and he went with that ballsy play of pulling McGee, who was having an absolute gem on the mound. But, after a couple of misplays, it paid off. He was able to get the run rule, got in and got out in 6 innings, and that's kind of the tune that we've seen from Arcavious so far this season seems like he splits everybody. And he hit the ball really well in that first game for only putting up 3 runs. So you can tell that the Sunsets are definitely a Lombalo candidate in the AA. And then if you're Kawashi, he's still adjusting to that higher ego. But you can see from that first game, he definitely has the power still at 85. But he's someone that's not much. Go ahead, Ox. Go ahead.
I was going to say I sympathize with Kawashi. He's jumped up in ego every season. Now he's up to the mid-80s, 85, and with elite 2-seam and some velo to have to fight against. All I can say is welcome to high ego, man. I feel for you, but that's how it is. It doesn't get any easier from here.
Yeah, I think me and you can speak on the changing ego a lot. We both went from AA to AAA to XBL, and it's almost more difficult whenever you're switching egos all the time to play well. Whenever you at least get to sit in the AAA or the XBL for a few seasons, you can just practice on the same ego over and over. So it's definitely worth noting that being in the AA and that varying ego, whether you're going up or down, it's kind of a different game whenever you change your ego just 2 or 3 points, especially when you get in the 80s, especially when it comes to how friendly the game is hitting-wise. And if you're in the AA and you're playing at 85, that means you're knocking on the door of the AAA, and that's pretty much what you want in the AA. Is you're kind of training to get into the AAA and joining what I think is the best league, the AAA, the most passion. So, and Arcavious looks like he has the bat to be there soon. I mean, when you're a rookie and you can hit like that in the 70s, that's a good testament to what kind of player you can be. So, yeah, I mean, that was a great set. You got any last words before I get us out of here, and then we'll roll AAA in?
No, great points, Uni, on all fronts, and it was fun casting with you here tonight. Thanks for doing all you do on the production side, and thanks to both players for providing the stream and providing us with great content, great gameplay, and a great battle. Happy to see the split.
Yeah, definitely shout out to the players. They both gave us the feed on both sides. I always love to see both teams' perspective, so you can really see the decision making when they're thinking about what pitch to throw and how well they're actually dotting, because it's hard to tell from the batter side how well the pitches are actually reticled. So yeah, AA gave us a great matchup. I know we only get a few AA match of the weeks per season usually compared to AAA and XBL, but XBL, I mean, we kicked Ox himself out for this week to get AA in, and that shows how much AA is appreciated now compared to maybe the way it was in the past. So yeah, y'all make sure you stay tuned in to the channel here in about 30 minutes or so. You've got a pitching duel between Spliff Star, and Ricks, we'll say it right this time. Awesome pitching duel on AAA, 2 top-tier teams, and a beautiful, beautiful night of baseball as always on your Sunday. I believe it's Mystery Man and Hummus, I think, actually in the booth, or maybe Zlat. One of those people are in there regardless. It's going to be beautiful, so y'all make sure you stay tuned for that. For me, for Ox, thanks for watching, everybody, and we will catch you on the Discord. Peace.
Peace.